Hi guys, welcome to Talk to Me Tuesday for Tuesday, February 14th, 2017. It is Valentine's Day and this is Jennifer. So a very happy big heart and love day to you guys. I had a free pattern Friday this last Friday that was a brand new paper pieced heart that's all woven. I also had a special one from Anita who's done one or two Talk to Me Tuesdays. It's been a long time, but she's done one or two Talk to Me Tuesdays, but she's also a Fandom and Stitches pattern tester and designer. So I had a free heart pattern from her as well, just in time for Heart Day. Monday was our third installment of the 2017 version of Paper Piecing Vintage, our quilt along. So this is Ice Cream Bowl, and then this is the alternative block for Ice Cream Bowl, which is the same pattern, but it has less pieces, so the pieces are a little bigger. The reason I wanted larger pieces is I had this really cute frog pattern, and it worked really great with the slightly larger alternative block, which is included in the pattern. You get it both in the full set and in the just single pattern. So if you just wanted this block and that block, that's in the single pattern. And also, as you can see, this strip here is a different fabric. That is because I ran out of frogs. I had another little project I wanted to share with you guys that I did probably a couple of weeks ago, but with all the stuff that was going on last week, I just forgot to share it with you guys. You may remember in December, I went to a masquerade ball with my husband for the company where he works. It was their winter Christmas party. These are our tickets. And this is the photo that they did at the event. I'm getting all the reflection. You can see everything on that side of my room. And this is my mask right here in the back. And I just happen to have a peacock feather, so I put that in the back. And I'm gonna hang this somewhere with his mask next to it. I just haven't really figured out where to hang it yet. If you've ever been in my house in real life, you know my walls are pretty full of stuff. I shared a little tip on Instagram a couple days ago, and I wanted to go ahead and share it with you guys because I got a really nice response from it. Years ago, a friend of mine taught me that you could use terry cloth hairbands on your thread, and you can either buy them like this from Goody. They come in a whole set. I think I paid like maybe $1.50 for all of these. Sometimes you can find them at the dollar store. So this is just a super easy way to keep your thread from unraveling when your thread is in a box or on your thread wall or whatever. You can also use these on bobbins. I prefer not to because I have a really hard time getting them in and out of the bobbin. So instead of using that on my bobbins, I have a bobbin donut. And for my embroidery machine, I have this cool little bobbin box that Jules gave me. As you may have noticed, there is a very beautiful quilt on my wall. This is a quilt made from blocks sent to me by Susie Quilts. She sent me a really large collection of orphan blocks quite some time ago, and these guys were all the same fabric, same pattern, same everything. So I put together all the blocks and I managed to make quite a sizable quilt. It is quilted, but it still needs binding. I had one block left over, so this is the block. So when she sent it to me, they were in sections like this. They were made on this foundation fabric, so they were crazy thick. I did so much ironing on these little points. I did trimming and ironing and pressing. And it's pretty flat, and I think it'll be fine once it's washed. But when I quilted it, I did avoid quilting over the centers of these stars just because they were pretty thick. The back of this is the leftover fabric that I had from my son's Galaxy quilt that I made last year. I had bought 108-inch wide fabric so I wouldn't have to piece it back right after surgery and all that. And I had several wide, probably 15-inch strips left from where I had cut it off the outside of his quilt. So I squared those up and pieced them together, and it's strip pieced horizontally, so I think it was 4 of those across, and it's all the same fabric, so once it was quilted you can't even tell that the back is pieced. It will be donated to the Linus Connection this Saturday. And just a reminder for those of you guys that don't know, the Linus Connection is a local to Austin, Texas, which is where I live. It's a local nonprofit that makes blankets and donates them to organizations that gets them to children that are in crisis, whether they're sick or in foster care or have lost a family member, that kind of thing. I mean, it's just a wide variety of things. But anyway, this will go to the Linus Connection, like I said, on Saturday. Don't forget to stop by Sewhooked on Friday for another free pattern Friday. I've picked out a fun one for this time. It's totally different from the first few that I've shared. Stop by Fandom and Stitches tomorrow for the next installment of the Labyrinth Quilt and Stitch Along. I still do not have something I can show you for that, but I am stitching along. And like I said last week, I am working ahead on that, so I should maybe by next week be working on what everyone else is working on and be able to share my work again. So So we'll see how that goes. The next paper piecing vintage installment for the quilt along will be on the 27th. So look for that in a couple weeks. If you are a Talk to Me Tuesdayer, you should have gotten an email from me with the swap spreadsheet. So make sure you check that and make sure you let me know if you did not get it and you signed up. That went out last week and I am really done. I will see you guys next week. Bye.